Are you noticing changes in your body that you just can't explain? Today, we're diving into 4 subtle signs of aging in older men that you might be ignoring, and what they really mean about your true age. This video is all about uncovering those small changes that might be telling you more than you realize. It's not about panic or fear. It's about understanding your body and knowing what to expect. So if you're curious about what these signs mean, stick around as we break it all down for you. A lot of older men think that aging is just about wrinkles or a few gray hairs, but it goes much deeper than that. In today's video, we're going to talk about 4 changes that might be hidden in plain sight. These aren't your everyday obvious signs like a receding hairline. They're the subtle shifts that creep up over time. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear idea of what these changes are, why they happen, and what you can do about them if needed. Let's get right into the first sign. Sign 1. Changes in your walking speed. It might sound strange, but the pace at which you walk can say a lot about your overall health. Many studies have shown that a slow walking speed isn't just a normal part of aging. It can be an early indicator of health problems. Think about it. When you were younger, you probably walked with a steady, confident pace. But as you get older, if you notice that you're taking more time to get from point A to point B, it might be your body's way of telling you that something isn't quite right. Imagine 2 friends, Jim and Sam. Jim, who is 72, still walks briskly every morning. Even on a chilly day, you see him outside, moving with purpose and energy. Sam, also 72, has noticed that he takes a couple of extra minutes to cross the street, and he often has to pause to catch his breath. Now, it might seem like a small thing, but these differences can point to more than just fitness levels. They can reveal how well your muscles, heart, and even your brain are working together. When your walking speed slows down, it can be linked to muscle weakness, reduced coordination, and even issues with your cardiovascular health. It's a sign that your body is adapting to changes it might not have even planned for. But here's the good news. You can improve your walking speed by staying active. Simple activities like regular walks, light jogging, or even balance exercises can help keep your muscles strong and your pace steady. Sign 2. Grip strength decline. Another subtle change many older men notice is a change in their grip. Your hands might not feel as strong as they used to, and you might find it harder to open jars or carry heavy items. This might seem like a minor inconvenience, but your grip strength is actually a powerful indicator of your overall health. Take a moment to think about the last time you struggled with something as simple as opening a bottle of soda. For many, it might just be a one-off, but if it's happening more often, it could be a sign of declining muscle strength. Researchers have found that a weak grip can often be linked to a higher risk of other health issues, including frailty, reduced mobility, and even a shorter lifespan. Think of 2 scenarios. In one, there's Bill, a 75-year-old who still shakes hands with a firm grip and easily carries his groceries. In another, there's Tom, who has recently noticed that even holding onto a heavy suitcase feels like a workout. While Bill's strong grip might be a sign that he's maintaining his strength, Tom's difficulty could be a signal that he needs to start paying more attention to his overall muscle health. Improving your grip strength isn't as hard as it might seem. Simple exercises like squeezing a stress ball or using a hand gripper can make a big difference. Over time, these small changes can help you maintain your strength and, by extension, your independence. Sign 3. Balance and stability issues. Balance is one of those things we rarely think about until it starts to become a problem. If you're beginning to notice that you're unsteady on your feet, or that you're finding it hard to stand on one leg for even a few seconds, it might be more than just a slip or a moment of distraction. It could be a sign of aging that's worth paying attention to. Imagine trying to stand on one leg for 10 seconds. Sounds simple, right? Now imagine that as you try, you start to feel wobbly and you have to grab onto something to keep from falling. This isn't just a normal part of getting older. It's a warning sign that your balance, muscle strength, and even your brain's coordination might not be as sharp as they once were. Balance is something that affects every part of your daily life. Whether you're walking around the house, climbing stairs, or even just standing in line at the store, good balance keeps you safe and confident. If you notice that you're relying on furniture or walls to steady yourself, it might be time to take some action. Simple exercises like standing on one leg, Doing heel-to-toe walks or even practicing yoga can help improve your stability over time. Sign 4. Changes in sleep patterns. One of the most common changes as men age is in their sleep. You might have found that you no longer sleep as deeply or as consistently as you used to. Changes in sleep patterns can be more than just a nuisance. They can actually reflect deeper changes in your body and overall health. Let's say you used to fall asleep easily every night and wake up feeling refreshed. Now you find yourself tossing and turning, waking up multiple times, or even finding that you're sleeping for shorter periods overall. These changes might be linked to several factors, including stress, diet, or even undiagnosed health issues like sleep apnea. Sleep is when your body does a lot of its healing and maintenance work. It's when your muscles repair themselves, your brain clears out toxins, and your immune system gets a chance to recover from the day's stresses. When your sleep is disrupted, all of these processes can be affected. Over time, poor sleep can lead to a host of health issues, including memory problems, decreased immunity, and even a higher risk of heart disease. It might sound like you're stuck with these changes as you age, but there are ways to improve your sleep. Establishing a regular bedtime routine, reducing screen time before bed, and even making small changes to your diet can all help in getting a better night's sleep. And remember, sometimes even a small tweak can lead to big improvements in how rested you feel. Now that we've covered the 4 subtle signs of aging in older men, changes in walking speed, grip strength, balance, and sleep patterns, it's time to take a closer look at why these signs matter so much. Understanding the problem. It's easy to dismiss these signs as just part of getting older, but they can be much more than that. Your body is like a machine, and even the smallest change in one part can affect the whole system. When you start noticing these subtle shifts, it's not just about how you feel on a daily basis. It's about the long-term health and quality of life you can expect as you age. The problem isn't that these changes are happening, they're a natural part of life, but that many men ignore them until they become more serious issues. By the time you're dealing with a major health problem, it might have been too late to make small adjustments that could have improved your overall well-being. That's why it's important to pay attention to these early warning signs and to take action when you notice them. The challenge here is knowing what to do about these changes. It can be tough to admit that your body isn't the same as it was a few years ago, and sometimes it feels like you're losing control over something that you thought was unchangeable. But the truth is, understanding these signs gives you a chance to make improvements and to take charge of your health before things get worse. Taking action and exploring solutions. So what can you do when you notice these signs? The first step is always to be honest with yourself. Take a moment to assess your daily habits. Are you still active? Do you notice any small changes in the way you move or perform everyday tasks? Sometimes just becoming aware of these changes is enough to start making a difference. For example, if you notice your walking speed is slowing down, try to incorporate more physical activity into your routine. It doesn't have to be anything drastic. Just a daily walk can help keep your muscles strong and your heart healthy. Even adding a few simple stretching exercises or balance drills to your day can go a long way. If grip strength is your concern, consider simple exercises that you can do at home. Grab a stress ball or invest in a hand gripper and make it a part of your daily routine. It might seem like a small thing, but over time, these exercises can help maintain the strength of your hands and your overall muscle tone. Balance issues are another area where small changes can have a big impact. Start with something simple. Try standing on one leg for 10 seconds every day. If that feels too challenging, hold on to a chair or a countertop for support. The key is to practice regularly. There are also many online videos and resources that can guide you through exercises designed to improve your balance, so you don't have to figure it out on your own. When it comes to sleep, the changes might feel more frustrating because they can affect your mood, energy, and overall quality of life. But again, small changes can make a huge difference. Start by setting a regular bedtime and wake-up time, even on weekends. Try to wind down before bed by reading a book or listening to soft music, and steer clear of screens for at least 30 minutes before you sleep. These little habits can help signal to your body that it's time to rest. Understanding the key moment. Now let's talk about the moment when everything clicks. That moment when you realize that these small changes, though subtle, are not something to be ignored. It's a moment of clarity, a point where you understand that you have the power to influence your aging process, rather than letting it just happen to you. Imagine this. You're walking in the park, and you suddenly notice that you're not as fast as you used to be. At first, you might brush it off as just a one-off thing, but then it happens again the next day and the day after that. It starts to add up, and you begin to realize that your body is sending you a message. That realization can be a turning point. This is the key moment when you decide to take action. It's not about suddenly overhauling your entire life, but about making small, consistent improvements. It's about recognizing that your body is your best friend, and that by paying attention to these signals, you can help ensure that you stay healthy and active for as long as possible. This turning point is also a reminder that aging is a natural process, but it doesn't have to slow you down. With the right mindset and a few adjustments in your daily routine, you can continue to enjoy life, stay active, and maintain your independence. It's all about balance, pun intended, and taking small steps that add up over time. The impact on your life. When you start to notice and address these subtle signs of aging, it can have a profound impact on your life. Not only do you improve your physical health, but you also boost your mental well-being. Knowing that you're taking proactive steps to stay healthy can give you a sense of control and peace of mind. It's a reminder that aging doesn't mean giving up on living a full, active life. It just means adapting and taking care of yourself in new ways. For instance, by working on your balance and grip strength, you may find that everyday tasks become easier. You might even surprise yourself by how much energy you have during the day. And when you start getting better sleep, you'll likely notice improvements in your mood and overall outlook. It all comes together to create a better quality of life. It's important to understand that these signs aren't a death sentence or a sign that you're failing at aging. They're simply indicators that your body is changing, and with a little bit of effort, you can manage those changes. It's about embracing the reality of aging while also taking steps to ensure that you remain as healthy and active as possible. Tips for staying on top of aging. Here are a few simple tips to help you stay on top of these changes. 1. Keep moving. Whether it's a walk around the block or some light exercise at home, regular movement is crucial for maintaining strength and balance. 2. Stay social. Engaging with friends and family can have a huge positive impact on your mental and physical health. 3. Listen to your body. If you notice changes in how you feel, whether it's a slower walk, a weaker grip, or trouble sleeping, don't ignore them. 4. Make small changes. Sometimes it's the little things that add up to make a big difference. Try incorporating one new habit at a time. 5. Stay informed. Understanding the changes your body goes through as you age can empower you to take control of your health. By following these simple tips, you can help mitigate some of the effects of aging and continue to enjoy a high quality of life. Remember, aging is not a battle you have to fight. It's a natural process that you can navigate with the right tools and mindset. A closer. Look at the science. Let's take a minute to dig a little deeper into why these signs matter. The science behind aging is both fascinating and complex. Researchers have spent years studying how our bodies change over time, and they've discovered that even small changes can have significant impacts on our health. For example, when you lose muscle strength, it's not just about the muscles themselves. It's about how your heart, brain, and other organs are affected. A decline in muscle strength can lead to a drop in your overall energy levels, making it harder to stay active. Similarly, a weak grip can be an early sign of neurological issues that might develop later on. Balance and stability, too, are closely linked to your brain's function. The same neural pathways that help you maintain balance are also responsible for memory and cognitive function. When you start noticing problems with balance, it might be a sign that your brain isn't communicating with your body as efficiently as it once did. Sleep, on the other hand, is one of the most critical factors in overall health. During sleep, your body repairs itself. If you're not getting enough good quality sleep, all of these systems start to suffer. Poor sleep has been linked to a wide range of health issues, from heart disease to memory loss. That's why understanding and improving your sleep habits can be one of the most effective ways to support healthy aging. Taking a holistic approach. What all of this comes down to is the importance of taking a holistic approach to your health. Aging isn't just about one part of your body, it's about the whole picture. By paying attention to the small signs, like how fast you walk or how well you sleep, you can get a better sense of your overall health. And by addressing these issues early, you can make adjustments that might not only extend your lifespan, but also improve the quality of the years you have ahead. It's also worth noting that these signs are interconnected. If you're working on improving one area, like your balance, you might find that your overall strength and energy levels improve as well. It all works together. That's why it's so important not to ignore even the smallest changes. They can be the key to unlocking a healthier, more active future. Real-life stories. Let's take a moment to share a few real-life stories. These aren't meant to scare you, but rather to show you that you're not alone in experiencing these changes, and that there are ways to deal with them. There's Mark, a 70-year-old who noticed that he wasn't as quick on his feet as he used to be. At first, he brushed it off as just part of aging. But when he started having trouble keeping up with his grandkids during a family picnic, he decided to make a change. Mark began incorporating daily walks and simple balance exercises into his routine. Over a few months, he noticed that not only did he start walking faster, but he also felt more confident in his movements. Mark's story is a reminder that small, consistent efforts can lead to big improvements. Then there's Dave, who always prided himself on his strong handshake. As he entered his 70s, he started to find that even opening a jar became a challenge. Dave didn't want to accept that his grip was weakening, so he started using a hand gripper every morning. It wasn't an overnight fix, but over time, Dave noticed that his grip strength began to return. This small change gave him the motivation to also focus on other aspects of his health, and today, he feels more active and engaged than ever. Finally, consider John, who struggled with sleep for years. Night after night, he found himself tossing and turning, never quite able to get a full night's rest. John decided to take control of his sleep habits by setting a strict bedtime and turning off all screens at least 30 minutes before bed. He also started reading instead of watching TV in the evenings. While it wasn't an immediate fix, over time, John began to notice that his sleep improved significantly. He woke up feeling refreshed, his energy levels increased, and he even noticed a positive impact on his mood throughout the day. These stories show that while aging can bring challenges, it's also an opportunity to make positive changes. By addressing these subtle signs early on, you can take control of your health and set yourself up for a better future. The long road ahead. It's important to remember that aging is a journey. There will be ups and downs, and some days might be harder than others, but every small step you take can add up over time. It's not about trying to stop the aging process. That's simply not possible, but about making the most of the years you have. Sometimes you might feel like you're fighting against your body, but instead of seeing these signs as obstacles, try to view them as signals. They're your body's way of communicating with you, giving you a heads up about areas that might need a little extra care. When you listen to those signals and take action, you're not just prolonging your life, you're improving the quality of it. Looking ahead, as you move forward, keep an eye on these 4 key signs: your walking speed, grip strength, balance, and sleep patterns. They are more than just numbers or simple observations. They're a window into your overall health. With a little bit of attention and some small changes, you can help ensure that you remain active, engaged, and healthy for many years to come. Take the time to assess your own habits and consider what changes might be beneficial. Maybe it's time to dust off those sneakers and take a walk around the neighborhood. Perhaps you could try some new exercises to strengthen your hands or work on your balance. Or maybe it's about setting a regular bedtime and finding a relaxing routine that helps you wind down. Whatever the case, the key is to take action now, rather than waiting until these signs become major issues. Summary today, we talked about 4 subtle signs of aging in older men that you shouldn't ignore. We started by discussing how your walking speed can reveal important clues about your overall health. Then we moved on to grip strength, a simple yet powerful indicator of your muscle and nerve health. Next, we looked at balance and stability issues, which can affect everything from your daily routine to your long-term independence. Finally, we explored how changes in sleep patterns can be more than just a minor inconvenience. They can be a sign that your body is struggling to keep up with the demands of aging. By understanding these signs and taking small, consistent steps to address them, you have the power to improve not only your lifespan, but the quality of your life. Aging isn't something that happens overnight, and it isn't something to be feared. Instead, it's a natural process that, with the right mindset and habits, can be navigated in a way that keeps you active, engaged, and feeling good. So as you reflect on these points, ask yourself, am I noticing any of these changes? What small step can I take today to improve my health for tomorrow? Remember, it's never too late to start making positive changes in your life.